Bang, we're live.
Level 2's got me excited for some salmon, eggs, Benny, a side of hash browns, and an iced coffee. Good morning from the 808 Breakfast Banter. Woo! Level 2, baby. Day before Friday. We did it, fam. We're here. Good morning, my brother.
You know, I think that was your best one.
I think it was just because I was bringing the energy.
Yeah, I've actually taken my headphones out because I've actually got a couple of the girls hanging here being pains in the asses, so they probably want to listen to what you're saying.
Oh, are they? They got to be quiet then.
Nah,
Good morning.
They literally have for the last 2 hours caused me to lose more hair.
Fair enough, bro. I honestly, you just need to get that razor and get face hair. Give it a little side undercut.
Oh, that's right. We're going to shave face hair.
Yeah, that's right. We made a bet on it, remember? We need a fundraise. We need to fundraise 2K, and then she's doing it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Not $2,000. I said $2,000 for an undercut, not the whole head. It's not.
You already called it. We're gonna make it an event. We'll make it an event for you.
Yep.
We'll bleach my underarm here at the same time while you get your undercut.
I said I'd lick your armpit for money.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
20 bucks. Hey, I'll pay that.
Safe. I conditioned them this morning. I washed my hair, so I conditioned my armpits.
Yeah,
well, I was like, my hair will be soft.
Awesome.
And then I had like too much conditioner in my hand, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
So I reckon they'll smell nice and be real soft because they're being like, they're like the hair's just buzzy because it's just long and like curly. So
Have you ever had it this long?
never, ever. This is a first.
Whoa.
I know, right?
I'm
Anyway,
stoked.
yeah, hard. It's pretty. It's you know what? I tell you what, it's an empowering thing, knowing that it grosses people out that I have armpit hair, or females can grow armpit hair because it's not a normal thing. And that's the part that gets me is that having hair is not normal for a girl. Like that's the part, and I'm like, what?
Well, you rock it hard, bro. You rock
hard.
it.
All day. But anyway, how you feeling this morning, bro?
Yeah, really good, actually. I've got my dirty steak and cheese pie with my dirty sauce on top. Yeah.
Yum. I bet you've been
I was like, yeah, I'm totally going to rock that for the banter this morning. So I rocked that real hard this morning. And then, so yeah, I had a really good day. We had an amazing day yesterday with the whānau coming in. Basically on stop from 1 to 6. Basically every half hour we had 2 or 3 people come in and drop gear off, which was awesome. And thank you so much for you guys for doing an amazing job of looking after our equipment. And so we've probably got about 70% back. We've done some changes and layouts to the gym. But I haven't talked that much in a long time. So I did the zoo class and I was like,
I could imagine.
In my head, but I was really grateful. And then this morning, like everyone was firing this morning, like just pumped to be back in and trying to keep people from talking during the rest periods was pretty difficult. So you just got to let it run. And
can't just mute it in.
So I took a video of the morning class and took a photo of the second class. And I'm really happy with how we've approached level 2 in terms of our compliance. And I know I've heard some real funny stories with some gyms doing some really funky stuff, 15, 20 people in there and all the rest of it. I'm like, man, if you want to take that risk, go for it, but we're not going to take that risk. And if you screw this over for me, I will hunt you down and personally kick you in the nuts.
Yeah. Fair enough, though. I mean, we're all in the same boat and we don't want to ruin it for each other, eh? So, but I mean, smashed out your first zoo session and your first live session with everyone in the class. Shot, bro.
Yeah, and that was super hard, way harder than I expected.
Yeah?
What's like so much harder because we had like 15 on the Zoom class. We had 6 behind me on the main class. And so the main class are talking to me, but I'm talking to you guys, and then these people are talking to me, but I'm talking to them, and then and they're being a bunch of divas because now they can talk to me, so they can ask me more questions. And so you're trying to keep things really balanced, and you're going, and you're kind of like doing those really good lessons in terms of how best to program.
Yeah.
If we're going to do a live class run. I won't, but I don't think the format that we did today, or maybe the movements, weren't as clean as they could have been, which is awesome. Right? Which is why we want to learn.
You're not going to know that until you do that, though. You're not going to know, because again, this is all adjusting on the fly. This is what you're known best for, is working on that on the go. So, I mean, like you just said, this was your first class this morning with like people there and on the Zoom, and you've just learned something already from it, and that's the hack, right?
Yeah, it was, and it was. I mean, what did it sound like to you guys?
It sounded like the same to me. Yeah, I sounded like the same to me. I can understand how it would probably be harder with people there. That would probably be the part that I'd be like, oh, my dyslexic would kick in, and I'd be like, what? Huh? Who said what?
Yeah.
But I thought it was me.
Yeah, well, what we'll probably do is we'll probably just have a look at one mic.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, like mic'd in here, and then because it was hard, I had both the headphones in, so I was really desensitized to what was happening behind me.
Yeah, hard.
But, you know, like, hey, at the end of the day, it kind of works. So I'm pretty stoked. And, you know, we've got a good run of classes coming in today. I have got to do a huge, huge shout out, right? So, and a thank you to you.
Yeah.
You. All right, for doing all the little shit that no one else sees, right? So, and it's like, hey, dude, here's an idea, or here's this, and it's the stuff that keeps me on edge, that keeps my brain firing, right? And I wouldn't, a lot of this wouldn't have happened without you, Banter, the new system, or the rest of it, and then Fiona.
Yeah.
Holy hell! Okay, for those that don't know Fee, all right, she's this little South African Maori. This way that I would describe her. She is the Rastafari. And talking to her probably over the last 2 weeks, because she's like a guru, right, with web stuff and, you know, the online world and just coding, like doing tech geek stuff. And listen to her light up about an idea that I have, and she's figured stuff out, and she comes back to me. All the stuff with push press, all your questions, I don't know how to deal with it. I go to her and she sorts it out for me and gets it up. So everything that we are doing at the back end, a huge part of it is because Fiona has sacrificed a ton of shit to get it done for me, because I needed help and she saw it, and I'm truly grateful. And sometimes you know, you get so caught up in, I got to get this done, that you forget to actually be grateful and thankful for and there are, you know, my staff have been amazing, our members have been amazing, our families have been amazing. But I just wanted to do a special shout out to you because that's solid. Wouldn't have done it without them.
Nah, bro, straight up, that means heaps. And I know that you're grateful. I know that the community is grateful, and I think that's the bigger prize to it all, is that you can come to me and I'll keep you on your edge of your seat and give you the, like, you know, freshen those ideas and that, and then Fee can come to you and speak her geek knowledge and geek language, numbers and letters stuff, and she makes it so we can understand. And I think just as that, in this time, we've just come together and we've just had to do what we had to do. So, bro, straight up, props to you, props to us, props to Fee. Again, like, this wouldn't all be happening if it wasn't for the community and our reasons for doing it for the community.
And how seamless did push press go? Wow.
Yeah, bro, game changer.
Feedback's been amazing so far, and it's only just the start. So
yeah, exactly. And imagine what can happen from there. But anyways, thanks for that mihi up, bro. That was me.
Sweet. Hey, so I thought I'd give you guys, so, you know, we've been kind of like in a storytelling mode for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And someone said, we talked about my name this morning in class, and I was like, man, I'm going to tell you guys the story of my name, because not many people know what my name, where it comes from. And Sammy's just arrived. She's just,
hi, Sammy.
Blonde ambition. She's bringing my gear back. She's probably edited and stuff. All right, so where my name comes from, right? So, okay, so here you go. Check it. Mum was pregnant. She was 17. My dad was on the container ships, going forward and back, you know, being a sailor. Mum was heavily pregnant and was actually going to give birth while my dad was at sea. They knew that they were having a boy, and for the whole time that she was pregnant,
Yeah.
I was meant to be called Luke. My name was meant to be Luke. Right? Don't look like Luke. But I was
definitely don't look like a Luke.
Meant to be called Luke. Anyway, Dad had pissed Mum off. Not long before he went to sea, made her really angry. They probably had a fight. I still to this day don't know what the fight was about.
Yeah.
Got into a bit of an argument. And obviously back then they didn't have a means of being able to communicate and talk and email and the rest. This is late 1979, early 1980s. So Mum went to Australia, right? So this was Mum was in New Zealand. Mum went to Australia to go visit her sister in a place called Toowoomba, right, just outside of Brisbane.
I know where Toowoomba is. Yep.
Yeah, and so Mum was heavily pregnant. She was about 7 months pregnant. When she went to get back on the plane to come back to New Zealand to have me, they went at Qantas, no, lady, you ain't getting on that plane. You are too far pregnant. We cannot risk you having a baby in the air. So I was going to be born in Australia.
Yeah.
Mum goes back. Mum's seething now because Dad's not coming back. He's actually now going to New Zealand. He's now blaming him for now her predicament because she went to Australia in the first place because of him. So she's angry. And for those that have met my mum, she's like 5 foot nothing. She's tiny.
Yeah.
She's probably where I get my highest attitude from. Right. So she's really angry. I'm meant to be born on the 27th of December, 1979. That was meant to be the date of my birth.
Yeah.
That day comes and goes. A week goes by. 2 weeks go by. Now Mum's like 2 weeks overdue. It's past the 12th of January. And I still haven't been born. 3 weeks overdue, and then I pop out. Okay, so Mum gets the old sunroof cut. I pop out. And now my mum is European, right? She's quite fair. She'd probably be the same colouring as Faith.
Yeah.
You know, I come out looking like this. And so the doctor, like a little bit shocked, give it to Mum and give me to Mum. And so Mum's like really happy, but she's super pissed at Dad. She's like, I don't like this guy, you know.
Yeah.
And I wasn't named for a few days. And they were trying to figure it out. And I think Mum's got to manage to talk to Dad, and they had another argument. But he has told all his friends, his family, everyone that he's got a son called Luke. Mum then changes. Mum then just goes, not going to name him Abraham for no reason. Didn't see anything. There's no Abrahams in my history. None whatsoever. You may have seen a book somewhere with the name Abraham. And then she just like, there you go, bang. We're not even religious, which is the stupid thing. So, called Abraham. I am not. They couldn't fly me back to New Zealand until after about 6 or 7 weeks back then because of the whole, C-section stuff. So when we get back, Dad thinks he's got a son called Luke, has a big card for me and all the rest of it. Hey, my son Luke, happy to meet you. And she's like, nah, his name's Abraham. And that is how I got my name, because my dad had pissed my mum off, and that's how I became Abraham and not Luke.
That is a story and a half, Luke. Oh, Luke Dyer.
No. Can you imagine me called Luke? I mean, no fronting on people called Luke, because we know some really good Lukes. But damn, you ain't Luke, man.
Even Abraham in itself, I remember finding out because I first was introduced to you as just Chief. And so I was like, Chief. And when I found out that your name was Abraham, I was like, no. And then, I don't know, is Abraham a religious, or it's like, where does it come from? It must be religious.
I don't know if it's...
Or is it like Christmas?
I know it's got religious connotations, right? The father Abraham had many sons their father, Abraham, bum, 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 bum. So, so that's... I don't know. Like, I don't know the origins of it. I know it's like in the Middle East somewhere.
Oh, that's funny, eh?
But a quick side story, real quick side story. So my mum's white. And so my mum used to always say to me, the reason I was brown was because I got sunburnt when I came out of the womb. And the brown stuck.
Yeah, you were the darkest.
Yeah, she goes, oh yeah, you used to get sunburnt. You got sunburnt because it was 42 degrees when she gave birth, right? Started January, really hot in Australia. And no aircon in the thing. So she used to say I got sunburnt when I came out, hence why I'm brown. Yeah, and then like, this is stupid. And then we lived next door to some people. They had a son same age as me. I became friends. I was 4 years old. I went over there one day. We played all day. She told me the story years later. I don't remember it. And the lady Beth is her name. She was a really lovely lady, Beth Harpy, and her and her son Josh and I were friends. Anyway, we were all having a bath that night, right? And you remember the old pumice stones?
Yeah.
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 So she was cleaning me, I'll get the pumice stone clean. She cleaned my knees and she ran them raw. Because she thought my knees were dirty, but it's because I got brown skin.
Yes.
And it's darker on my knees, and she tore the shit out of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Well.
This is still dirty. I need to get it off.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. And there you have it, team.
That's a mean backstory. I can't say that my backstory is as good as that. In terms of how I got the origin of my name, but bro.
Yeah.
Sunburnt even. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And that's why I've got scaly knees now, is because of that lady. She's ripped them apart. Know what I mean?
Bloody hell.
That's how I got my name.
Yeah. And then so speaking of names, like how did you figure out how you were going to name your kids? Because that's like you're that same scenario, but in your mum now. So how did you know that you were going to name your kids what?
All right. So my daughter, name is Ayla. Now, there's a really famous book called Something in the Bear. It's like Pearl in the Bear or something. It's really famous. It's a Turkish book. And it's got a main character, and everyone thinks that's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
Ish will know this. Our first dog was I think it was an Irish Wolfhound, Ish or something like that. Real big ass dog, and her name was Ayla. So Ayla is actually named after a dog.
Imagine when she gets to her age and she tells her story about how she got her name.
I'm not going to tell her that.
And then what about your boys?
Okay, so Neo is named. So when Bex was 8 months pregnant, we found that, Scottish Deerhound is what dog was. So when I came home, Bex said to me that she was really sick. And I was like, okay. So I came home after morning PT sessions and found Ayla running around, and Bex was lying in bed and she was unconscious. Anyway, long story short, she had bacterial meningitis.
Right. Wow.
And she had contact. We don't know how she got it, but she had received it. And so she's 8 months pregnant with Neo, goes to the hospital. And I would never have known to go home if Neo was inside her because she was so far pregnant. Neo means gift. That's and so he's the gift of giving. That's where the name comes from.
Yeah.
And then Soul was a name we liked. He was actually going to be called Soldier, as in Souljaah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it just didn't flow right for me. And all our kids have one or two syllable names, like Ayla, or two syllable names, Neo.
Yeah.
Soul's got one syllable, Soul.
Yeah.
And that felt better, even though Soldier has two. Soul has a better ring to it, and that's how Soul came about.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I love that.
That's the names. Yeah.
Those are so cool. Is it like a thing, like, because when you like name your kids, it's like a story, or is it like you want it to have meaning? Ayla, she just named after the dog. I think my story, I think my mum told me that her and her best mate were pregnant at the same time, and I was supposed to be a boy, so I was going to be Michael. Yeah. And then I ended up being a girl, so then I was Moana. Because, her friend was having a girl, so she was naming it after my mum. Even that, like, we're pregnant at the same time. I'll name my baby after you if you name your baby after me. Like, that was their concept of how they were going to name their babies. And then, so apparently I'm named after one of my mum's friends that she hasn't spoken to in ages.
But, it's funny, like, I can't imagine you any other name than Moana. You know what I mean? Like, for me, you're a Moana,
Yeah.
They stay. I'm just reading this about Stacey, right? So, and it's funny. Stacey, I don't know if you know that Aroha Benson passed away. Sorry, just a side topic. So on recruit training, Aroha Benson was my sergeant.
Yeah.
She was a firecracker, man. She reminds me of you. Like, she was like, and I just found out like last month that she had terminal cancer and passed away up north. But but like Stacey was saying, right, that wouldn't fly in this world now, and he would actually be called Tai Arariki as opposed to Stacey.
Yeah.
You are still the scariest SOB I know those days. So you know what?
No one's gonna mess with that.
I'll be scared of you. So, There you go.
No,
that's the origin of the names, man. That's how we got it.
That's funny, but like good story time.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, here you go.
Yeah.
Yep. What are your plans for the weekend, team? Let us know.
This weekend, level 2. Everyone's gonna gather around, go meet some people, hang out with the fam. I definitely am. I'm going to see my sisters. I'm going to see all the babies. But I think I'm trying not to jump out the gate too hard out. So I'm just going to ease into it. But nothing too big, probably just socializing really, which I assume everyone will be doing. What about you? What are you doing this weekend, bro?
I'm going to sleep.
Fair enough.
I think I'm going to have a sleep. I mean, we got the morning classes and stuff, which would be good, but I think I'm going to enjoy an afternoon nap and then, you know, and kind of not do a lot. So, I mean, we've got a ton of work over the next 2 days to do. We've got so many people coming back, which is amazing. A lot of people I haven't seen for a while. Some old members coming back. So my email and inbox is starting to get full. Yeah. And obviously we're going to go through, you know, all the admin stuff behind the scenes. You and I have got some work to do next week. So I'm doing some planning around that. Yeah. There's lots of stuff that people don't see, right? It's like a lot of planning, and it's the intangible stuff, the stuff that you can't measure that we're figuring out. Yeah. And so that's what we're looking at sorting out now. And but I really enjoyed the challenge, like the challenge of getting all this sorted. And there's been lots of people have been jumping online with level 2 and their perception of it and all the rest of it. Yeah. And you and I have talked a little bit about, actually quite a lot offline about people's perception. Should we be at this level? Should we be less or more or whatever? Yeah. And the beautiful thing about what we have in our society is we have the ability to challenge stuff. Yeah. Right? We have the ability to tell things and ask for things and the rest of it. And I think sometimes people forget that. They feel like it's their right to do that. Yes, you have a right to do that, but you also have a social responsibility. Yeah. That, just because you're spouting about something, if you don't have, if it's just your opinion, that's awesome. But be very careful about how you approach that, because people like me, Stacey on here, Woody, the others, if we feel the need, we'll come and bury you, because we'll look back at fact, right? Yeah. And the fact is that this government, and I am not a Labour supporter, so bear in mind, I have never ever supported Labour. Yeah. And I very rarely talk about politics. Bear in mind that this government is the only government, I think, between them and National that would have got it right. Yeah. I strongly feel that National would have screwed this up way worse than what Labour has. Do I agree with a lot of stuff they're doing at the moment? Not necessarily. Yeah. But people kind of get a little bit lost in the narrative of, that need to get up and running. Yeah, we get that. Yeah. But instead of jumping online and writing these massive screeds of things, and posts and all the rest of it, how about you actually, instead of that 40 minutes that took you to write that, why don't you spend 40 minutes trying to figure out your life? How about that? Handy. So rant for the day. Handy. I absolutely agree. Now everything off, figure that out. Yeah. And I saw a post yesterday or something and about tangies, around the tangi situation, and I feel pretty bad, but at the same time, in the society now, I think the Prime Minister's doing what she can. I'm not agreeing that it's right that she's limited it to 10 people for a tangi, because in the kaupapa and all of that, I'm like, that's just what, like, that's the kaupapa, and then these are the rules, and it's like, we can only do with what we can, I think they've actually come out and extended it to 50. Oh, have they? I think from what I've seen. I don't yet, but I think I saw something. And that's the beautiful thing about living in a democracy, is that the government doesn't necessarily get all the rights. So if you create enough groundswell, they'll change it if you feel like the public opinion does that. Yeah. But it doesn't, if someone doesn't agree with your views, you don't jump on them and bang about something that you don't have any fact behind. Right? And I think that's the part. I'm like, just because I'm not agreeing with you, I'm like, don't have a go at me. I'm not having a go at you, telling you, I'm not jumping on your throat saying this is how it should be. I'm just saying this is my opinion. Like, let's just chat about it. Let me understand what you're saying.
Don't like jump down my throat. You know, I feel like that's the difference. It's those people that are jumping down going, no, you should be doing this. But I'm like, no, help me understand first, because I'm a logical thinker and I'm trying to think how your way is not right, but I'm just trying to understand that process. You know what I mean? But anyways, enough politics.
It's pretty deep, eh? Pretty deep.
Yeah.
Christ sake. All right.
Let's go. Who would win in a fight? Cartoon edition.
Ooh, like what are you talking? Like Disney? Because everyone chose Disney on your thing. I'm like, what's about? Because that sucks. Because Disney's.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone put Disney because Jamie Green commented Disney.
What do we? Okay. Who would
win? Yeah.
You go.
I was gonna go. Who would win in a fight between Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin?
Oh, damn. I'll get Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin would be so funny. I would probably go Homer because he's an OG.
He is an OG. I know, but I just think he could. I think Homer could take a punishment, but I think Peter Griffin could take a bit more. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Here we go. There's heaps coming up, bro. Mr. Crab or Hey Arnold? I'll go Hey Arnold.
I don't know that. Is he the football-shaped kid?
Yeah, football head, and Mr. Crab is the guy on SpongeBob.
SpongeBob versus Patrick.
I feel like Patrick.
Okay.
SpongeBob's too famous. Patrick is like the under guy, the second guy. They're always, you know.
Cartman versus Bart. Ooh, Cartman. He's got too much weight. Yeah, he's got too much weight behind a punch. Knock him out.
Yeah, true. But Bart's so good. Bart's like the original naughty kid.
Yeah. Donald Duck. Ooh, Donald. He's OG. He knows the way. He knows the way because Daffy Duck's the black duck, right? And Donald Duck's the duck. Oh no, I'm totally going for the black duck. Daffy Duck. Yeah.
Hey, do you remember at KFC when you would get the cups and it was like the Looney Tunes characters? Were you around then? Was anyone around then when you?
I wasn't live, yeah, but I don't remember them. But yeah,
but like they were like the plastic mugs, and it was like the shape of like Bugs Bunny, or it was like the shape of Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Those are good. The dog or Family Guy or Maggie Simpson.
Oh, yeah, no, Brian. You're talking about Brian, the front guy.
Yeah.
Brian, 100%. Maggie will get spanked.
Okay, Stewie Griffin or Maggie? Oh,
Stewie.
Mickey or Minnie?
Stewie.
Yeah, Stewie's pretty evil. Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse?
They'll probably end up making love afterwards. So yeah.
Oh, cute. Who else is there? Cartoon edition.
Versus the mum of Family Guy.
Lois.
Oh,
Lois is a bit crazy.
Look at the hair. But you could take out a tank with that hair.
Yeah, true.
Let's go Marge.
Yeah, Marge would win that one.
Yeah, Marge.
Oh God, Simpsons is such a good cartoon.
Piggy versus Kermit.
Oh, Mrs. Piggy.
Yeah, didn't it knock him out all the time? Like did the smack him? That'd be a bolt now.
Oh, that's great. Send us a few more.
Yeah, send us a few more at the same time. Let's go 2 quotes for level 2 today.
Yes. We're getting
Winnie
through
the Pooh or Homer?
Eh?
Winnie the Pooh or Homer?
Oh, Winnie the Pooh is so nice.
Homer would knock Winnie the Pooh out.
They both got the same belly.
Yeah.
Cyril versus Jimmy Neutron. Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, I'd go Dexter. OG.
You know what? Actually, here's do you remember some of the really old cartoons? There's like Felix the Cat.
Yep. I remember Felix.
There was a one where they're like in an alleyway, a whole lot of cats, and they're in an alleyway, and they're like there's like the fat cat, and there was like the crafty cat, and there was like the boss cat, and there's the muscly cat. Do you remember that? Who remembers that? Because I was trying to figure it out the other day. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. But I don't think it's called Felix. I think it's called something else. It's almost like it's like Dennis the Menace version of cats.
And now they're like all street cats.
Yeah, they're all street cats. Who knows it? Carly, you're real old. You should know it.
Yeah, hard.
72 by Nicole.
72, and I think 100 was in there too.
And
72.
Cat. That's it. Top cat.
Top cat.
Top cat. TC.
Page 72. First quote for this morning.
Yeah.
If you want a place in the sun, prepare to put up with a few blisters.
Oh yeah, good call. Like that.
That is a good one. Coming out of level 2. Danger Mouse versus Mickey. Who's Danger Mouse?
You don't know who Danger Mouse is? Oh, watch Danger Mouse. That's epic. Yeah, Danger Mouse openly smack him. He'd get a knife and just slit his throat. That's what he would do.
Okay, and we've got page 100 for quote of the day for us going into level 2. Some people are always grumbling because roses have thorns. I am thankful horns have roses.
Yeah, look at the positive of everything.
Yeah.
Know it.
You know what it is, fam. That's us for Thursday. Sending all those good vibes. I remember Fat Albert Carly. I'm sending all those good vibes for the day ahead. Cannot wait to see you humans when I can. Be safe, be well, spread love. And I'll see you soon, my brother. Thank you. Have a good morning.